Hey, you guys. Thank you for tuning in with the Majestic Show with Coach Kizzy live in effect. So I was trying to handle some business or whatever with these people or whatever they got going on, but guess what? Some things just not my business. They got a lot of stuff going on, so let them have it going on. Whenever they leave, they leave. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you this. Everything don't need a reaction. Okay. So just disrespecting like where I stay, then I will react to it. You know what I'm saying? I will react to it. But just getting out of line with somebody, I don't have time for that. Okay. So yeah, don't have to react to everything. So learning not to react to everything that bothers us is a powerful lesson. Okay, it's a powerful lesson. In the world filled with constant challenges and frustration, it is easy to get caught up in our emotions and let them control how we respond. For many people, including myself, reacting quickly has become a habit. It has become a habit. You understand what I'm saying? Like for so many years that like if somebody just treats you wrong, do you wrong, and you want to fight and you want to do this and be angry. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Why become angry? And especially, let me tell you, especially if it's not my situation. I don't have time to be angry towards nobody or being mad because or reacting into anger where it's gonna get me in trouble. I have to fight somebody. Well, you know what you're supposed to do? Walk away. Walk away. So, however, I am beginning to realize that I don't have to react to everything that upsets me. I don't have to react to everything that upsets me. And while it's difficult, I am learning to control my emotions. You understand what I'm saying? You got to learn to control. You have to have self-control over things that you do in life, regardless of what circumstances you're in. I don't care if something is possessing you to make you act that way, or you just want to act out in anger. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why the scripture says to become. I mean uh to be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry. I think I said it the right way. But if it's not, you just flip it around. So, old habits and emotional reactions. For a long time, I was used to reacting immediately when whenever someone bothered me, whether it was a rude comment. Cause I would go off. I would be like, So sometimes you gotta just let people have you sometimes you have to let people have their way. You understand what I'm saying? Just let them think that they won. That's the bigger person. When you let a person just think they won, just let them walk away. Walk away. Because at the end of the day, in the long run, you is the winner. You are the winner. Because everything don't need a reaction. Just because it bothers you or it frustrates you, everything don't need a reaction. You the bigger person when you walk away. You understand what I'm saying? So continue to let people do different type of things or whatever, because at the end of the day, being upset and angry, God is not like when this is how I feel. Like when you angry and you praying and things, it's and praying for things in your life, God don't want to just, because sometimes you'll get upset with God. You'll be angry at God and asking God why and this and that. So rather for you to do that, just walk away and let them think that they got the upper hand on you. They got one up on you. Let them think that. Let them think that. But at the end of the day, you know that the Most High God is your creator. The Most High God is a powerful force and this on this earthly land. He's a powerful force. So therefore, let them think that they got one up on you. You have to be the bigger person to know that every situation that you go through in life don't need a reaction. Uh-huh. like small in like small inconvenience or criticism or my first instinct was to respond to all these things that's happening around me. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to control my emotions. I had to use self-control of myself, because if everything that bothers me gets me angry and won't want to fight and battle with you, then I let you win. I let you win. I don't listen. I let you win because I'm doing exactly what you want me to do. You want me to be angry. You want me to go out and fight. You want me to do this. I'm giving you exactly what you want. So if I walk away from the situation, then I win. Okay? I win on that situation. Okay? So I always remember that instant response that you think. That's why you got to think things out. You got to think things through. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is what people want you to do. They want you put your put your dukes up. No, but sometimes with anger and being defensive, this habit is confronting in ways because it feels like I was standing up for myself. You know what I'm saying? It feels like you're standing up for yourself, but at the end of the day, you're not standing up for yourself. You're making yourself look just as ugly as that other person that's having something to say about you, or somebody that wants you to be angry. You just as ugly as them. So if your heart is angry, it shows your character. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, don't fall into the trap of the enemy. Okay, don't fall into it. So so I noticed that these quick reactions often made situations worse, not better. It made situations worse where you can sit there and say that, oh, I made it better because I won that argument, or I won that fight, or I did this. But at the end of the day, if you walking around with love in your heart, or if you know that God is love and you should be loved, then hey, the love that you give to a person is to forgive and walk away with your one up. You understand what I'm saying? Walk away. So the power of pausing. Now I'm learning that it's okay to pause and not to react right away. Not to react right away. So taking a moment to breathe and think before reacting help me see the situation more clearly. Sometimes what bothers me at first doesn't seem as important after a few minutes if I just really take a look and I look at it in a different perspective. You understand? You got to look at the whole thing in a different perspective, because if you don't look at things in a different perspective, you're going to be falling in the trap of the enemy. So other times I realized that reacting would only escalate the problem. By giving myself space, I can choose a better response, or decide that it's not worth responding at all. Sometimes silence. Not always, but it will. Silence will be a powerful tool that you can use, because if you don't have nothing good to say about somebody, if you don't have nothing good to do, just don't do nothing at all. You understand what I'm saying? So just understand that. So controlling my emotions is not easy. Listen, and that's for everybody. It's not easy, but I feel ignored or hurt when things don't go my way. But I am practicing ways to stay calm. You understand? I'm practicing ways to stay calm. I remind myself that I can't control what other people do or say, but I can control how I react on this situation. How I react on the situation, I can control that. You understand what I'm saying? This gives me a sense of power over my own life. You understand? So sometimes I talk to myself. I talk to myself, and you know what? It gives me clarity on things that I need to overcome. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you can write down your feelings, and simply take a walk to clear your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like sometimes when I know some things are bothering me or something, I would get up out this room and I just go outside and just sit there, because it gives you a peace of mind. It gives you a peace of mind. So the benefits of not reacting. Since I started working on this myself, I have noticed some positive changes. I feel less stressed and more in control of my emotions, my mind, my body, and my spirit. You understand what I'm saying? I avoid unnecessary arguments, and I don't waste any energy on things that aren't important. Most likely, I am learning to focus on what truly matters to me instead of getting distracted by every little thing that ignores me. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to get to the point in life where you understand that everything don't need a reaction. So learning not to react to everything that bothers me is a work in progress. It's a work in progress. It's hard to break old habits. It's hard to break old habits, but I know that controlling my emotions lead to a happier and more peaceful life by choosing by choosing when and how I respond. I am building emotional strength and maturity. This lesson is helping me grow, and I am proud of my progress and that I'm making. I'm proud of my progress that I'm making because can't nobody get me angry, can't nobody get me out of character. You understand what I'm saying? So that energy had to comes from within you. So if you are already an angry person, you're gonna get angry regardless. You're gonna get angry. So if this come across your For You page, I just want you to know that every reaction don't deserve every reaction don't deserve a response. Okay, so if this come across